G'day. Can you remember what it was like before social media, before the internet? Now, if you are Gen Z, um, some, I guess, really young millennials maybe, um, that may be a bit more difficult. Um, anyway, the purpose of this video, the theme is, I guess, the hyper competitiveness of the internet and what that brings and how that can make you feel. One of the things I like have been enjoying lately is guitar virtuosos, highly skilled guitarists. And it's funny when you see kids absolutely shredding on the guitar, shredding on any instrument, and the comments are often, well, now I will give up playing my guitar. I am not worthy. And if anything, what the internet has done is it's brought a hyper awareness of what is happening in the world, and that's pretty much for everything. Coming back to exercise, looking at, say, your physical, your riding and running social media apps. So Strava is I think it's the main one. But if you were trying to compete professionally in cycling, back before Strava, what would you have had to have done, and who were you competing against? And in some regards, you were competing against the best people in your town, your city, which then you would go and compete against, people that would come together and potentially, your country. Now, thanks to Strava, you are pretty much competing against people of your age, but around the world. The ability to see what other people are doing, it sets the new standard. And so I guess coming back to, like the internet, it exposes us to these 6-year-old guitarists that put shame to everybody else, and it inspires, it sets the standards for where the skill level should or could be. What is that cliche story of the person who broke the 4-minute barrier or something running, back in the 20s or 30s, or back in the day, it was considered impossible until it was broken. And then shortly after that, multiple people had done it. So the internet is just, it's just bringing a global awareness to the individual. Is that good or bad? I guess like anything, it depends how you take it, I guess. I have no plans on being a world competitive cyclist, so that is fine. I don't really have, I guess it'd be a great, it'd be cool if, I was a rock star touring the world, but that is not the case. And so I'm not too fussed on how good I am at the guitar, to a degree. Where the issue can come into play is more so with when you're seeing literally kids buying supercars because they've got a YouTube channel or something and they're multi-millionaires. What is that, the meme of here's me making up putting on my clown makeup to go to work while some kid in their pajamas makes millions. Life has never been fair. It probably never will be fair, and we've got to make the best of what opportunities and what advantages and disadvantages that we've been given. But I guess when you've got this hyper competitiveness, where the internet brings a global awareness, now you've got to start thinking, what are the guardrails that I need to put up? What do I need to spend less time on? What do I need to spend more time on? What is beneficial? What is a waste of time? When attention, like literally right now, if you've made it this far, what is this the best use of your time? And then on top of that, the compare, now you're comparing where people are. So, and even just social media, seeing people that you've gone to school with and where they are, better or worse. It's easy to sort of start comparing, and then that can then lead you down the path of, life isn't fair. I haven't got this. I haven't got that. It's important to make a note. I think it's important to make a note on just being aware. If I'm going to watch a video of a kid buying a Ferrari, now I need to be aware that is that going to bring me down? Am I going to have jealousy, this and that, or whatever? Or do I just treat that as pure entertainment? I don't know the context of this person's life, this and that, and keeping those guardrails up, I would argue, is probably better for you in the long run. I think the key takeaway is, because of human nature plus the internet now creates an environment of hyper competitiveness. Even just things, even just like in your own hobbies. You know, tell me a hobby that doesn't have the top tier items being an unlimited budget. And it's essentially you've keeping an awareness of keeping an awareness for your sanity, of not being hung up on why don't I have this, or okay, if I watch this, will I start to have some jealousy, which then starts to build up into resentment and depression, and it basically it's all it's just keeping aware of your thoughts and when you consume content. Yeah, very good. Stay safe.